actions and no, I don't need to do that. Okay, this is fine. That works out. Hello. Good evening. Come on, Ramen. Come on. Hurry up. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Hello there. I've been all right. Thank you for asking. It's Monday night, friends. It is time for the blasphemous mass, as I like to call it. Hi, thanks for being here. Welcome. We are live on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube all at once. How is the quality of the video on YouTube? Please let me know. Bad. Okay. It's fuzzy. Okay. See, I don't know what I can do about that. Hmm. TikTok is kind of grainy as well. Audio is good. Okay. YouTube is blurry and pixelated. Sound is great. Okay. Well, I have shifted some things around different devices that I have them on. Um I'm trying to make YouTube work, but no matter what device I go live on YouTube, it's always blurry. Like no matter what I do, no matter what setting or how I try to fix it, there's nothing like I don't know what to do. Instagram is incredible, apparently. So do that. The only other thing I can do is flop TikTok and YouTube devices. I could switch that, but that's why I'm on multiple platforms, just in case. But I'm trying some things. It looked like the closer you got, the clearer it got. Yeah, but that shouldn't be a thing. Like I my from my point of view on TikTok, I'm sorry, on YouTube, I'm crystal clear. Like it's a perfectly clear image. So when people are saying it's blurry, like I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I can do. It's so annoying, you know? So anyway, doing what I can to make this, more accessible for all of us. I wanted to lean into TikTok to YouTube since I have quite the audience there as well. It's not Mercury in retrograde. Like that's not it. Like this happens all the time, Mercury in retrograde or not. So that's not it. Yeah, TikTok, you're on my laptop. So, yeah. This is more about how your cameras are focused on your background. Really? Okay, that's interesting. Um, but yeah, I want YouTube to be able to work here, but it's just not letting me do that. Okay, so I think if anything, if I'm gonna go through this properly, I might need to switch. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Ramen, stop being a menace because I'm not paying attention. You do it on purpose. But anyway, it is a full moon. Sorry to be working out technical things with you guys. But yeah, I've tried YouTube on my tablet, blurry, phone, blurry, laptop, blurry. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, I don't get it. And like, I wouldn't watch either. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was blurry, I wouldn't watch it either. Like, so, you know? All right. So, if you're new, Mondays are always a really good time. It might be the upload speed. Well, what do I do about that then? Suggestions? Um, yeah. Anyway, so Monday nights, we're going to go through all 12 zodiacs. I think it's an upgrade with your internet provider. I've done YouTube with no other devices. I've done YouTube with only just YouTube and it still came out blurry. Like, I don't know what the difference is because I used to do YouTube all the time and I never had any problems and now I have all these problems. So I don't get it, but um yeah, increase your bandwidth. Is that something I do with my internet provider then, I'm guessing? Network settings on your devices could be a thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm not super tech savvy, so the help is greatly appreciated. Okay. Well, we're gonna roll with where we're at and what we got. We're just gonna keep it how it is. So if you don't like what you're looking at, I suggest you go to Instagram. Instagram seems to be the best image, the best view of things. So feel free to yeah, feel free to head over there. So anyway, Monday nights, my friend, a religious experience if there ever was one. We're going to be doing the zodiacs in order. We go through all 12 of them and they're for the collective for whoever they resonate with. And then before that, we're also going to be flipping a coin to see if we do 10 minutes of madness or not. And then paid personal readings are also available for anyone that would like to get a personal. If you'd like to get a personal read, head to madamaddam.com and jump on the reading list. So, paid readings, free collectives going through the zodiac wheel. We're going to flip for 10 minutes of madness, and the paid forward fund is also open. So, Info for that is on the website. But basically, if you would like to pay it forward, if you would like to donate any kind of amount to future future reads for the collective or anyone that might need it, feel free to donate to the Pay It Forward Fund. So that's how this is going to work. Any charities at the moment? Yeah, me. I am the charity at the moment. It's a lot clearer now. Good. Okay, good. I'm glad YouTube is somewhat cooperating. I'm doing my best. I'm going to have to look into that and see what I can figure out. I'll do some research. Okay. Let's get started with this one card that I have on my list here today. Getting us started, Chaz. One card, a great question. Just what should I be aware of? Solid question. What should I be aware of? You should be aware of the Chariot's energy, my friend. You're not a work in progress. You're a success in progress. The trying has been the succeeding. You're already doing it. So maybe we need to change the scenery, go for a walk, go for a drive, do whatever we can do to, see things from another angle, see the abundance as it is. You might need to relocate your body so that you can see the forest for the trees, that kind of thing. On a large scale, the Chariot is about relocation, vacation, that kind of thing. So on a smaller scale, like I said, it's about change the scenery, go for a walk, go for a drive, um, you know, change the scenery. Just Mercury in retro, electric malfunction. It's not. It's not. When something happens all the time, it's not Mercury in retrograde. You know what I mean? It's just not. Anyway. So just like that, that's how one cards work. If you would like to get a 1 or 3 card read for yourself, head to madamadam.com. Otherwise, stick around for the zodiacs. We start with the sign that's in season. So we will begin with Cancer, and then we will go cyclical around the wheel. All right, let's do a coin toss to see whether or not we're going to be doing 10 minutes of madness tonight. It is the best 2 out of 3 for the coin toss. And if you don't know what 10 minutes of madness is, you might find out tonight. All right, here we go. That is tails. That's a no. That's a heads. So that's a yes. Tiebreaker. Tails. Wah, wah. Sorry, friends. No 10 minutes of madness tonight. Maybe next week. We'll see what happens. So yeah, the reading list is open. Madamada.com if you'd like to get a read. We do have some money in the Pay It Forward Fund to do a collective for anyone that might resonate before we get into zodiacs. But the Pay It Forward Fund is available. Live reads are available. We are on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all at once. Welcome to it, my friends. If your image is weird or funky or you don't like the angle you're looking at me, head to another platform. Instagram might be better. Instagram seems to be the consensus tonight of the best view of things. So thank you for being here. IG is lit. Thank you, friends. Where's everybody watching from? We are always international. Full moon energy in the house. It's a great night for a read. Massachusetts, Utah. Oh my God, all over the place. Missouri, Idaho, Illinois, Philly, Cambodia, Maryland, New York, Alabama, Tampa, Wisconsin, North Louisiana over there on YouTube. I hope it's not too blurry. Virginia, Washington, Minneapolis. Yes, welcome. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you also hit that thumbs up for me. That goes a long way. So free engagement goes a long way. Don't forget to like the live if you would. I'm going to work on the quality of the video this week for future lives. Well, thank you for joining me wherever you're watching from. I really appreciate you. I hope that you resonate with today's read. Give it a like, a comment, a share, a repost. On the website also is the live schedule, in-person events I'm going to be at, cameos, private sessions. I have openings this weekend for private sessions. And there's merch, which Trey and I are working on new merch as well. All right, before we get started with zodiacs, I have a one card that I can do for the collective. Thanks to the Pay It Forward Fund. Who's looking to resonate with something? Give me some emojis in the chat. Give me some love. Tap the screen, share the live. Please and thank you. Yeah, Pay It Forward Fund for the win. We love it. All right, a one card for the collective. Let's see what we need to hear today. Hermit energy for us, for a lot of us, it seems. Hermit energy is the vibe. The hermit is about solitude and the wisdom to be gained in the solitude. Okay. So, how are we spending our alone time? Are we festering? Are we stewing? Are we, overthinking stuff? Um, Alone time that should be spent creatively on your wellness, on your goals. Yeah? Make sense? Very nice. Excellent. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad you resonate. All right. Let's start these zodiacs, shall we? We start with the sign that is in season. It is currently Cancer season. So we are going to start there. Where are the Cancers in the house? YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Where are the Cancers? I'm doing well, thank you. Yes. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Keep them coming. I really appreciate you guys. All right, Cancers, let's see what we've got today. Wheel of Fortune energy. Now is your time. Now is when we should be turning things around. This whole year, 2026 is a 10. So this whole year is the Wheel of Fortune's year. It's about turning things around. It's less about winning the lottery and more about taking the chance to buy the ticket. Yeah. So why? Six of Pentacles energy, Cancers. You are very, very generous, probably to a fault. So the generosity needs to be reciprocated. We need to make sure that you are getting back whatever it is that you're getting out energetically, money, time, energy, etc. Um, Cancers, if you are going to have the energy and the strength you need to move where you need moving, we need to pull back in some places and make sure there's a more even exchange of energy. Handling this, Five of Pentacles. Abundance might come with a cost at first. It might come with a dip in things first. So, Cancers for my water sign Cancer friends. Pentacles is the thing here. It's a tangible journey that we're on. The physical things is what we need to think about. And where you might be, I hate to say it, but where you might be taken advantage of a little bit. So we got to make sure you're willing to spin the wheel. Take a chance. Fantastic. All right. On my personal list, I have a reading for Jessica W. Oh, our Ghibli movie night was lovely. We ended up watching Spirited Away. It was great. All right, Jess. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I'll have to look. All right, Jess, darling. Conflict is unavoidable. Five of Swords energy. Five of Swords energy. Conflict is unavoidable. Um, you can't control what role people are going to cast you in, you know? Six of Wands energy. Like-minded people that share your passion. You are positively appraised by a collective. There is community for you. There are like-minded people that share your interests and passions. So you're in the right place at the right time, Jess, to find those people. If there's conflict, they might not be your people, you know? So you got with whatever narrative and being the bad guy. You can find your tribe and people, and you're in the perfect place to do so. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you. All right. Next on my personal list, I've got Jacqueline, General, one card. Thank you for joining us, Jacqueline. Good to see you again. Just a general one card. Let's see. Two, Two of Cups energy for you, my friend. Emotional communication for the sake of healing. It's important that you talk it out. Oh no, can you please repeat that? The video cut out. The whole three card? You missed the whole thing? Fuck. Oh my god, this is so annoying. These connections and the blurriness. It's so and it's not Mercury in retrograde. Stop that because it's not that. Did you hear anything I said about your read, Jess? You should be able to catch the replay on Instagram. Um, it was just the last thing you said. It's okay though. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't even know if I remember the cards. Five of Swords, conflict is unavoidable. Six of Wands, but there is community for you, and you are in the right place at the right time to seek community and find it. But we have to be okay with whatever narrative people are going to cast us in. That's the gist of it. But like, watch the replay on Instagram. Anyway, um, yeah. So, Jacqueline, Two of Cups energy for you. Emotional communication for the sake of healing. We need to talk to someone that bears acceptance for us, someone that can hold you properly. So Two of Cups energy is emotional communication for the sake of healing, someone that you can talk it out with properly, that accepts you. Constructive conversation, not just words. you know Can you pull a card for preparing for my job interview? Hearts. Yeah, sure. Head to the website, madamadam.com. All reads must be paid for unless you're waiting for just a collective zodiac reading. So, Jacqueline, Two of Cups energy, my friend. Give it some communication. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you. All right. Leos. Where are the Leos in the chat? Tap the screen, share the live. I moved everything to different devices, and apparently that was a mistake. So, YouTube has just always been funky. So I thought changing the platform might be better, but or changing the device might be better, but I must need to do something else about that. So I'll work on it. Lotus Wisp, Aries? No, I said Leo, not Aries, Leo. Um, so yeah, Leos. For those of you just joining, yeah, we always start with the sign that's in season. So Cancer is the sign in season, and then we go around the wheel. So we only done Cancer and Leo. We're on Leo. We've only done Cancer. So we're gonna go around the whole wheel. So sit back, relax, and wait for your sign. Or if you want something personal, go to the website, buy a read, madamada.com. Leos, Queen of Swords for you all. Let things unfold. Let them be what they're going to be. You should be worried about your own passionate path and not what everyone else is doing. So, Karen, we're not on Facebook, honey. They cannot watch the live replay on Facebook. They can only watch it on Instagram or YouTube. So Queen of Swords, Leos, let things unfold. Let life be what it's going to be. Let things roll as they're going to. You have a sword, and don't forget that though, that like you can be direct. You have a voice. Deal with things if and when they occur. But you have your own passionate journey to worry about and trailblaze right now, Leos. You should be worried about keeping your own fire alive. And then Temperance is how we handle that. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. One thing at a time. Everything in moderation. No, all everything at once. New, new, new. Is it true or false that we all have an aspect of every sign within our lives or personality? I mean, it depends. You have a whole chart of shit. Not everyone has aspects of every sign, but I mean, you have a whole chart of shit. So, judging or basing compatibility or anything on one sign is stupid. So, you're made of a myriad of things, but all of them, not necessarily. You know? Does that make sense? All right, next is going to be Virgos, but I have somebody on my list here. Lindsay got a one card on the website. You also have that in birth tarot. Yeah, if you believe in that, if you fuck with that, if you fuck with a birth tarot card, then great. If you fuck with astrology, awesome. Some people fuck with original sin and Christianity and baptism. So it all just depends on like, what you believe and have faith in. So if you believe that like, astrology and the thread of all of that is deeper than one sign, then great, resonate with that, but I agree with you, or I think it's true personally that we are made up of multiple things, but not all of them necessarily is in everybody, you know? Yeah, planets, signs, it depends on lots of things. Yeah. But yeah, you got a birth tarot, you got all kinds of stuff that associate that you can associate with you personally. It's just which things you choose to focus on. Yeah, we're just getting started, guys. The reading list is not that deep at all. So yeah. Lindsay E, you're one card, my friend. Five of Swords. Back, back, back again. Once more, conflict is unavoidable. You have to be okay with whatever role people are going to cast you in. You can't control the narrative that people are going to make about you. So navigate conflict with honesty, you know? I feel stuck in my career. I'm sorry you feel that way. So yeah, Lindsay E. Conflict is unavoidable. Wherever you go, there's going to be challenge, there's going to be conflict. So trying to find a place where there isn't any is moot. So it's there are lessons to be learned about some people in your life and the way they make you feel. Okay? On YouTube, I feel like some signs aren't as understood and just kind of get pigeonholed and only thought of as one aspect. Like Libra only gets associated with balance, but our planet is Venus and we're next to what is that? Virgo? Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Everyone says, I mean, the moment that I'm around any group of heterosexual women and they talk about like Pisces men, they're always like, oh my God, Pisces men are the worst. Pisces men, oh my God, ick. Pisces men are so gross. Like, I was literally at a Beyonce concert, standing in line for the bar, and a bunch of women were talking about zodiac signs. And what are you? Oh my God, I'm this. Oh, I love that. And like giving each other compliments, and they looked at me and they were like, "Oh my God, we love your look. Like, what's your sign?" And I went Pisces, and they went, "Oh," and I was like, "What the fuck?" So Pisces gets that too a lot. Aries in big cap letters. What about it? You're in public and you just went, Aries. Why? Lexington. It's true. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok all at once. We are moving through the zodiac wheel. The reading list is open. It's a full moon, a great night for a read and to get some guidance. Laughing out loud, imagining someone in the middle of a mall just exclaiming randomly. That's what it is. When you are in a live chat, you are in public. So whatever you're saying is readable or able to be heard by the people in the chat and me. So don't you know what I'm saying? Like all I have to go on is what you're saying. So I don't know you and you just like say shit in the chat and that's how it is. You're in public. You walk into a room, that's how it is. That's why people go like you walk into my live and you go, "What about me? Read me." And I'm like, what about hi? Hello? How do I get a reading here? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are your fucking social skills? Like, uh, when you walk into a live, you're in public. Right. People come into the room just hollering nonsense. Literally. Oh my goodness. Virgos are where we are at now. We have gone for those keeping track in the chat. We have done Cancer, Leo. We are on Virgo. The reading list is open. If you'd like to get something personal, head to madamadam.com. All right, Virgos. Virgos, we have some adjusting that needs to happen. You have a Towers energy. So I imagine that my Virgos are probably well aware of something that just is not working. Um, and needs shifting and changing. Maybe you just need permission from a stranger. Maybe you just need someone to tell you to, knock it the fuck off and kick out of the thing. Seven of Pentacles energy is the why. This calls for some reflection, or you've already done the reflecting. So handling this is a knight, KN, knight, a knight of swords. Why are we waiting? It's time to be direct. It's time to be honest. If you feel like you're being attacked, defend yourself up. Make change. Speak things into existence. Quit crying in the fucking armory. Grab a sword. What are you doing? Right? Virgos and shit. All right. Next on my personal list, I have Christine R. What's the the nagging feeling I'm having? Okay. All right, darling. Christine R. What is this feeling? Um, agency. It's the lovers. It's choice. It's choice. Love is choice. The lovers is not a romantic card. And if you make it so, you don't understand the spectrum of love. Love is choice. So, Christine, the feeling in front of you is agency. You have a choice. The choice between what is wise and what is passionate. And it doesn't really matter what you choose as long as you're choosing for yourself. So you choose who you surround yourself with. You choose where you give your energy and your time and your effort, where you what you stress about. You choose, you know? So this feeling might be like a fork in the road that we have to navigate, you know? Next I have a 3 card for Rachel K. And choose wisely. Yeah, choose wisely, but y'all need to understand something. Everyone and their fucking mother tells me I just don't want to make the wrong choice. Ah, you simple, simple, simple bitch. You don't make wrong choices. You don't choose wrong. You know what I mean? Jojo, hi, Madam Adam. Should I leave him? What are you in middle school? The question answers itself. If I were your boyfriend and I knew you were asking that, I would leave you. So you might as well because you're already thinking about it. Aaron, will Charlie and I get back together? Once again, this is not middle school, and tarot does not answer questions like that. This is not a yes or no thing. And you will come to me with social skills and say, hi, how do I get a reading? Instead of this shit, because no reader does that. No reader answers questions like that at all. Anyway, you don't make bad choices, friends. In the moment, you are always choosing what you think is best and right for you. It's life that tells you that you made the wrong choice. It's happenstance. It's cause and effect. In the moment, you will always choose what you think is best and right for you. Always. So don't worry about whether or not you're going to make the wrong choice. You'll find out how it unfolds, but get that out of your fucking head. Get that out of your head. Get that idea out of your head. Well, I keep choosing wrong. Based on what? Based on what happened? Not the choice, based on what happened. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? All right, Rachel, your 3 cards, my friend. Oh, God, this tower, my word. Let's understand something, my friends. The tower is not inherently negative. The tower is always abrasive, but it's not inherently negative. So something needs shifting. We need a change of the mindset or we need a change of the habits. The tower can also be an epiphany of sorts. So the hierophant is the why here. We need to turn to our spiritual practices, to our larger thinking. More than physical stuff needs changing. We need to turn to something bigger than us, our spiritual understanding of things, something that allows you to come back to you, something that gives you a sense of awareness and self, you know? So, Page of Wands is how we handle light the passion, ignite the spark. It's time to get excited about life again. It's time to get excited about why we do what we do. You know, if you're going to navigate a tower, if you're going to make an abrasive change, it needs to be worth it for you. And we need to have something to look forward to, something that fuels and gives us passion. Yes. Thank you, Belle. I appreciate the kindness. Thank you so much. All right, let's do another zodiac. Libra, you guys are up next. And then I have a few more people on my personal list. I think I just made a decision. I think I'm gonna work. I think in July and the new month, I think I'm gonna work on doing one platform lives. Maybe that will help the visual here. Maybe that will help the quality of all of these if I do one platform per live. So if like Mondays are only on Instagram, Thursdays or Wednesdays are only on TikTok, Thursdays are only on YouTube or something like that. I think I'm gonna figure that out because I need better quality. Crystal H, what gives us purpose? Are you asking? Is that a genuine question? You're asking what gives us purpose? I have an answer. Oh, thank you, Mama. Hot mess Mama. Thank you so much. Leslie, how do I move on from this person? Honey, if you want a reading, you got to go to my website and buy it. Madamadev.com. But if you're asking genuinely what you feel, what gives us purpose, like as humans, like humanity, what gives us purpose? Purpose, I think, feels purpose is a feeling. And I think it feels like something, it's ikigai, it's ikigai, it's ikigai. It's knowing that you can provide it for others well, that you enjoy it, that you love it, and maybe it can even provide you monetary things. That's purpose. But yeah, I try to do as many platforms as I can to be as available to you as possible. But I think maybe with platforms and me trying so hard, I think it might be time to ask my followers to find me, to come to where I'm at so that you can have the best quality, the best visual experience. So I can give one platform my undivided attention instead of bouncing around. And another complaint some people say is that they can't see all the comments and things like that. So if I'm on one platform for each live, then maybe I can, you know, we'll see. I don't know. I might change my mind. I'm just brainstorming out loud mostly. Um, I just want to provide the best experience possible for you and me. So, on the personal list, Amy F with a 3 card. What's up, Amy? Thank you for your patience, my friend. Your 3 cards, my love. 6 of Pentacles energy. You're very generous, but we need to make sure that that generosity is reciprocated, you know? Um, Ten of Pentacles energy as well. Why? Because this is about your money, your work to get that money, you know? You're allowed to spend your money on you, on your things, you know? Thank you, Karen. That means a lot to me. This is about your abundance, bitch. Wheel of Fortune energy. This is about your abundance. We're talking about your fortune. How are you gonna feel that you have the opportunity, the energy, the ability to embrace abundance if you're giving it away? Is that help? Yeah. Okay. Good. Somebody on YouTube said, when buying a reading, do you only read live or would you email someone? Okay, I have an option for you. You want a cameo, my friend. That's what you want. If you scroll down a bit on the website, you want a cameo. Cameo is basically a platform that allows people to do like personal videos for people. And so you can like ask a celebrity that's on Cameo to do like a birthday shout out for you or a friend or whatever. So I use the platform to do reads. So you can buy a Cameo reading and like, put whatever you want in the notes and then I do the reading for you and send it to you in your email. So that's what you're looking for. You want a Cameo. Yeah, Cameos are private if you prefer that. Yeah. It gives me like 4 days to knock it out. So think about that. I've got great reviews, if I do say so myself. Next on my reading list, I've got Emily K. What's up, Emily? Good to see you, babe. Can I buy a cameo for someone else? Yeah, often people do. Yeah, that's the most common thing is people buying them as gifts for other people. Can you give my mom a birthday read or whatever? Very common. Yeah, yeah, thank you. I love doing cameos. They're a lot of fun. Emily, feeling lost and listless for a while. Life is good on paper, but I feel off. Your perspective always helps. Hit me with it. My helmet strapped on. Yes, ma'am. Great to see you, babe. Six of Cups energy. Do you have love and support around you? Someone on Instagram said they love Cameo as well because you get to watch the video over and over and over again. Love that. Thank you. So yeah, and it's important that you have support right now. Even if things are great on paper, even if you feel like, well, things can be worse, I really can't complain. You do need an outlet for the complaining and for your emotions to be held properly. So, Queen of Pentacles energy, my love, you got to remember what you provide, the work that you do, what you bring to the cosmic potluck, if you will. And then Six of Wands energy, you are positively appraised. People look to you very, very well. So I don't know, man. I feel like the three of those things together, making sure you have support, knowing your worth, and that you are positively looked at by a collective, a community. Maybe it's time to ask for some stuff. If you're feeling so off, maybe it's time to make some asks, you know? Maybe you need to ask for some time. Maybe you need to ask for more or something. You know what I mean? We do see you. Maybe you need to I do know you pretty well. It's not fair, actually. If you were just joining us, welcome to the live. We are doing collective zodiac reads as well as paid personal readings. So if you would like to get a reading from me during tonight's, head to madamadam.com. Um, Libras, I think, are next, right? You're not going to be a burden, Em. That's what your friends are for. That's what the friends are for. If there is anything that I have learned through this grief process, is to let your friends be your fucking friends. It's not all, brunch, nights out and park days. It's not all that, you know. Oh, there's satellite problems today. Thank you, Annette. That's great to know. Thank you for that. That's a great point over there on YouTube. If you wouldn't mind doing it for a friend, they probably won't mind doing it for you. Very true. All right, I believe we are on Libras. 4 of Pentacles, Libras. You might be spread a little thin right now and need to reestablish where you're giving energy, money, and time. You might be spread too thin. You might be filling cracks for people instead of focusing on your own abundance, you know? Death is present as well. So we need to let some things go so we can embrace newness. This is also giving the change of seasons, the passage of time, the natural kind of slow transition that we all experience, whether we realize it or not. So handling this, 3 of Cups, my friend. Be frugal of where you're giving energy, money, and time so you can reposition it towards your goals. We're going to have to let some stuff die to have rebirth. And the 3 of Cups says we should celebrate along the way. Celebrate along the way. Let's try to find a good time during a dark time. Friendship, camaraderie, coven. Yeah? Libras. Next on my personal list, I have Nicole M. What does that say on YouTube? How can I let a family con- constellation settle without getting my head and trying to analyze it? Restricting it from allowing, honey, if you want a reading, madamadam.com. Nicole M. What does that say? Mommy of monsters. Where are my truck keys? Bitch, I am not a fortune cookie. And maybe one of your fucking monsters has them. Um, Nicole, you're one card, my friend. Queen of Cups energy, my love. We need to focus on nurture. We need to focus on focus. We need to focus on making sure. We need to focus on making sure that your wellness and nurture is a priority. You got to make sure that you are loving you, my friend, that you are taking good care of yourself. Queen of Cups, as you navigate transformation, make sure that you are taking better care of you and honoring those emotional needs. People are going to treat you the way you treat yourself right now. Tonight we are doing collective zodiac readings. So we're going through the entire zodiac wheel in order, doing all 12 for the collective. And we're also doing paid readings for anyone that wants something personal. You go to madamadam.com. You don't jump in my live and shove a fucking question in my face. It's rude because you're a human and so am I. And you will treat me as one. Yes? Yes. You're welcome, Nikki. Thank you. I'm glad you resonate. Scorpio is gonna be next, but I've got a 3 card for Katia. 3 cards. Hey, I just wanna know, it's Kate. Thank you. Hey, I just wanna know whatever I need to know right now. My favorite. The monsters probably do have them. They probably do. All right, what does Kate need to hear tonight? Let's see what this full moon has for you, my friend. Full moons are about shining the light on your bullshit. If you would like me to help you do that, it's a great night for a read. We started with Cancer. Yeah, you missed it, unfortunately. But I'm gonna repost the live when we're done on Instagram and YouTube. So, Kate, my love, hermit energy. How are we spending our alone time right now? It should be spent constructively, making sure that you are uh spending your alone time doing things towards your goals, whether that is, making plans, setting yourself up for success, or resting, you know, making sure that we're not stewing, that we're not festering on the negatives. 3 of Swords energy. 3 of Swords, disappointment, letdown, hurt, pain has been a thing for a minute. Um, and we just need to make sure that we take the alone time to process. This is also a really good time to turn to spirit, Kate. The Hierophant wants you, larger thinking, spiritual practice, yoga, meditation, prayer, exercise, journaling, anything that gives you a sense of awareness and accountability that brings you back to yourself. So, consistency in that. We need to seek out spiritual counsel, use our alone time to pull these swords out and make sense of them. Yeah? Give that some thought, my friend. If you journal, let's be more consistent in it. If you need more exercise for the sake of endorphins and shit, let's be more consistent in it. All right, Scorpios, where are they at? Yeah, you're welcome, my friend. Thank you. Scorpios. All right, Scorpios, let's do it. Strength. Very nice. Scorpios, you need to remember your strength, the strength that is innate within you. The presence of the card strength implies fuckery, challenges, things that require overcoming and perseverance. There is also a strength to vulnerability, to saying no, to knowing your limits, and expressing that to people is a strength as well. So, um, 6 of Wands energy, Scorpio. You are positively appraised by a collective. People do look to you very positively and with kindness and love and accolade and respect. And you just need to have the strength to keep pushing forward. Handling this, 6 of Pentacles energy, part of strength as well, it seems, in this spread is about calling back some of that energy that you give out so freely. Yeah. You're very generous, Scorpio. So we need to make sure that you are just as generous with you. All right. Next on my reading list, I've got Mama Pike. 1 card for you, my love. What do the cards say? My favorite. You're welcome. Thank you, my friends. Hey. All right. 1 card, Mama Pike. Queen of Cups, back again. We need to focus on the feeling of nurture, wellness, self care, creation. People are going to treat you the way you treat yourself. So, as you navigate transformation and change, make sure that you are loving on you. If you would like to get a personal read, head to madamadam.com. The reading list is still open. We're making a solid effort this summer. I love that. Well, that sign is to keep it consistent. Love that. Working out, spending time in the pool. Hell yeah. That's perfect. The dismissive attitude for my question. Wow, I love a direct bitch, but you don't have to be rude, and I'm not here to manage your feelings. That I think you're talking to yourself there, my friend. I dismissed your question because I've been redundantly saying to if you want to get a reading, head to madamadam.com. So I read your question and then directed you to the website to appropriately get a reading. You didn't even ask how to get a reading. Instead of using your social skills, you just shoved your question in my face. So the appropriate way to join a stranger's live is to say, "Hey, how do I get a reading?" Instead of just assuming you can just ask questions of someone, especially since clearly you asking the question shows that you would like to get a reading. So, which means that you must respect what I do or enjoy my stuff. So that's great, right? So that's a good thing. So I want to give you a reading. You just have to do it the right way. So me directing you there was not meant to be rude in any way, shape, or form, but I also draw strong boundaries. And I don't need to, just because you asked a question doesn't mean I need to answer it in any way, shape, or form that adheres to your expectations. You didn't pay me. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not here to regulate your emotions, my friend. I don't know. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be honest. So, like I said, madamadam.com, I didn't dismiss your question. I moved it to a proper channel. You didn't even say hello. Check yourself, please. All right. Moving on. Oh, another Kate. Kate K. Another Kate in the house. How you doing, my friend? Three cards for you, and then we are moving on to Sagittarius. Hi. Oh my God. Hey, I love your content. And I've always been curious if I constantly get your shorts on my feed, do they all apply as readings or just the ones that feel right? That's a great question about like resonance. Um, think of it like this. Okay. You're scrolling through your social media, aka listening to the radio. Let's say that like you scrolling social media is equal to you listening to the music or the radio, right? And you keep hearing my songs. Okay, follow my metaphor. You keep hearing my songs. Which ones are for you? You know what I mean? The ones that make you feel the rest, the ones that make you feel the rest of the feelings, the one that you feel the deepest. Do you know what I mean? So you can enjoy all of my music, all of my readings, and the ones that speak the most to you, take them. You know, they're for you if they speak to you, baby. You know, I think of it like listening to music. And I mean, to be honest with you, all of those readings, they're all for me. Hey, what's up? I'm Adam. All of those are for me. That's me reading myself in third person so that I get over my own bias, because that's often the problem when people say I can't read for myself. Yes, the fuck you can. It doesn't turn into hieroglyphics. Um uh but all of them are for me, you know. And anyone should read themselves, but the problem is bias. So to get over my bias, I read myself in third person and I put it out there like music that I like making, right? And if you resonate with it, that's great. You know what I mean? Thank you. I didn't want to cherry pick, but this approach makes the most sense. It does, right? Like it's you're not picking and choosing. Like just because you hear a song doesn't mean you have to resonate with it, you know? Oh, thank you for the love. Y'all are too kind to me. Thank you so much. All right, Kate K, your three card, my love. Surrendering the ego to learn the lessons. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Honestly, getting past the blockage of ego, yelling at myself the same way I would anybody else. The cards mean what they mean. Deal with it. You know, it applies to me too. Kate K, your three cards are Eight of Cups energy. You need to gather your emotional strength and move into new territory. It's giving move on, right? But that could also mean that you need to move on from an old idea, an old feeling, not necessarily like end the thing, but maybe the way we're approaching this might not be the best way. Queen of Swords energy, let things unfold. Let life be what it's going to be. Excuse me. Let people do what the fuck they're going to do. Be direct as you need to be. Remember that you have a sword. Seven of Pentacles energy. Kate, now is the great time for reflection. You're on this journey of life, but you need to pull over and look back at the journey that you've been on so far. You know what I mean? Okay. Give that some thought. Um, I just paid for a reading, would like to gift it to Chloe Bowie. Okay. From Megan. Let me make sure I got it. Megan B. Okay. One card, right? I will. You're next. I've got one more and then you. Okay, so I'm gonna do Sagittarius, and then I'm gonna do a three card for Alyssa, and then the one card that is being given to Chloe. Okay. Carlos. Yes. I have plans that I need to share with you. Yeah, for sure. I have plans of what I want to do for Dustin's birthday. And I'll fill you in. Yeah. It's good to see you. All right, Sagittarius. Sag, Ten of Swords energy. Let's leave the past where it lies, please. The Ten of Swords suggests that an old pain, an old hurtful idea, thought, experience, something is rearing its fucking head again. And we are feeling gross about that. So we need to leave the past where it lies and not let it stain the future by dragging it with us. Page of Cups energy as well for my Sag. Intuition is the vibe. We need to trust the intuition, follow the feelings more. Intuition creates answers, anxiety creates questions. If you have questions, that's not intuition. Handling this is a change of the mindset. Sag, Page of Swords energy, an adjusting of the mindset. Change your attitude, change your experience. All right, next to my personal list, as I said, I have Alyssa W for 3 cards. Hi, Madam Adam. I don't have a specific question today, but would love to know whatever it is the cards have to say. I appreciate you and all you do. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So much love tonight. Y'all are too kind to me. Magician energy, my friend. Manifestation station. You should be in manifestation mode. The formula for manifestation is B plus A equals M. Belief plus action is manifestation. So you have to believe that the things are possible, take actions on those beliefs, and manifestation is simply what follows. Why is this here King of Swords energy? So that you remember to use your head, focus on the facts, not the feelings. And then handling this as a Three of Swords endeavor, making sure that you understand the hurt, that we acknowledge the pain, and understand the role that we play now and how much we carry that with us. Okay. Your disappointments come from your expectations. All right. The one card from Megan for Chloe, was it? Chloe, darling, your one card is the Ace of Swords. It is time for actions. You want the money? Pull out your sword. You want the feeling? Pull out the sword. You want the passion? Pull out the sword. The sword is speaking it out loud, being direct, saying that you want it, going to get it. Instead of waiting for someone to hand it to you, you go back and fucking get it yourself. You speak it into existence. You create logical moves. You make practical steps and you take actions. Yeah? If you would like a personal reading, head to madamadam.com. Hell yeah, that totally reaffirms how I've been moving lately. Yes, ma'am. As long as it makes sense. Cut through the noise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as it's the logical thing. Not how do I feel, what makes sense, you know? My feelings don't make sense, then don't do them. Do what makes sense. If you would like a personal read, head to madamadam.com. We are on to Capricorns on the zodiac wheel. We're having a good time in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for making it fun. I apologize that the video quality might not be great. Call it Mercury in retrograde, call it whatever you want, but I'm going to do my best to improve that going forward by narrowing down the platforms that I'm on when I'm live. I think try that for the month of July. I see that Instagram. I see that. Yes. Um um Full Moon is bringing the hoe out on Instagram. So once again, if you would like to get a reading, you have to go to the website, madamadam.com, to buy a reading. Otherwise, stick around and wait for your sign. Capricorns, you guys are up. Hold that thought, friends. Ugh. Okay, Capricorns. About general energy and what is the power I have in me that I need to work on. Again, if you would like to get a reading, you have to go to my website, madamadam.com, link in bio. If you or just Google madamadam.com. If you want to get a reading, you have to go to my website. I don't answer questions from the chat like that. That's not how this works. All right, Capricorns. Three of Swords energy. We need to acknowledge the hurt, acknowledge the pain, and the role that we play now, and how much we carry that forward. The world is present as well, endings and new beginnings in a major way. The doorway is appearing for you. You have to walk through it. So it's time to consider what we want to bring with us, what we want to leave behind, and embrace things in a new way. Knight of Swords energy, Capricorns. If you're feeling attacked, defend yourself. Speak up, be direct, don't be afraid. Listen to the things that are said out loud, hard and fast. You mean that shit. Defend yourself, speak up, don't be afraid. Understand the pain and the role that you play in it, and let's move forward. All right. Next on the reading list, I have Nick. 3 cards. Hey, lovely. I need some guidance regarding my marriage and a potential open situation. Okay. That's interesting. You're welcome, Capricorns. The music in the background is just Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube. It's the jazz Lo-Fi Girl. All right, my friend, let's see what we've got. Well, I mean, you honestly have to trust that you guys will figure this out together as you go. My sign, I'm a Pisces. Um, So yeah, the outcome of this, the advice for you, Nick, on this situation is 7 of Cups energy. It doesn't really matter how you go about this potential open situation, what's next and how the marriage is evolving. It doesn't really matter what this turns into. It doesn't really matter how this evolves or changes. It really doesn't matter as long as you are being honest, as long as you sleep at night, as long as you, okay, listen, here's the thing. I'm going to say something out loud. I don't know if this is controversial and brave or if you guys are going to agree with me or think this is out of pocket. I don't know. But you know you're cheating. You know you're doing something wrong because you feel it. If you're feeling guilty, that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Then that's cheating. That's fucked up. You know, when you meet your twin flame or soulmate, you evolve. Those aren't real things. Twin flames are not real. That's fucking that's all buzzword meta bullshit. That's not a real thing. Soulmate, like that you got to be careful with that. Twin flame and soulmate shit is how people get caught up feeling trapped in relationships because they think that there's no one else meant for them. And because honestly, truly, because most people don't understand what a real twin flame or soulmate is meant to be. So it's just become this oversaturated buzzword that people don't really fucking get. So Twin flame, soulmate, no. Like all love is choice, in my opinion. Unconditional love is not possible in romance. You know what I mean? So evolution comes within. Absolutely. And hopefully, I think what this person is getting at is that the twin flame soulmate evolution of it is that when you meet the right person, they help you grow. They don't hold you back. There's no feeling of restraint. There's no feeling of compromise, doesn't feel like overt sacrifice and martyrdom. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's what this person's getting at. Is it's twin flame soulmate. That's not the word necessarily that I would use, but meeting the right person, having the right connection, it evolves as you go. And you evolve with that person and are able to evolve with that person. And that's true love, in my opinion. I fuck with that. What's true love? True love is honest love. Right, chat? When something's true, it's honest, it's authentic. So, true love just means someone that can hold your heart honestly, someone that can be honest with you, someone that can be genuine and authentic, and you can be authentic with them. You know, that's real. So to me, with this, right? Seven of Cups energy, Nick, in your relationship, the potential of an open situation. I'm gonna be very real with you. I can talk about this. Dustin's dead. It doesn't matter. um Dustin and I started out very, very monogamous, jealous, early 20s kind of stuff. And we ended up monogamous but open sexually. You know what I mean? Like we would go play together, but then we would go home together, you know? So it evolved and grew and changed. And we were in the car one night at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And we drove home in silence, kind of looked at each other and just kind of like giggled. Do you know what I mean? Like we kind of just giggled and we were like, who would have fucking thought like 10 years ago that this would be what we're doing? You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy the way you evolve and what happens. What I'm getting at is that like seven of cups energy, it doesn't matter what this turns into or what you choose here or what happens, as long as you know you're doing what is real and what's honest for you. You'll know if it's fucked up, if it makes you feel like shit. If it makes you feel like garbage, you shouldn't be fucking doing it, you know? So, Queen of Pentacles for you, remember what you bring. This is going to be a transformative time for you and your relationship. So remember what you bring to the table. Remember what you bring to the party. Remember what you provide, the relationships that you're in, and then Ace of Cups energy. If we're going to do this, it needs a clean slate. We need a sense of forgiveness, a forgiveness of self. You know what I mean? Forgiveness of self, of making sure that we are not holding ourselves to extremes, you know? Seven sevens. Maybe that's why I'm the only one that feels the connection deep and he doesn't. You got to remember, babe, all love is choice. All love is choice. So the question is whether or not you don't compare the way you feel about each other unless you don't feel chosen. If you're not feeling chosen in ways that you want and deserve to be chosen, then that's a conversation we have if you believe that the relationship is worth working on. If not, then it's time to make some choices. So, Nick, in this relationship, like I said, it doesn't matter what you choose. It doesn't matter, as long as you're being above board, as long as you sleep at night, as long as you can live with yourself, do what you're going to do. You know, Queen of Pentacles, remember what you bring to the table. And then Ace of Cups, reset. Yeah. That's a great way too. Don't do to other people what you don't want done to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. All relationships, all romantic relationships are just chemical fucking things that cause us to want to be around that person more than anybody else for some reason. There's something about them that you like more than every other. They are your favorite person. And I would tell Dustin that every day. You're my favorite. Love you. You're my favorite. That was in our wedding vows. I was like, I love you. I like you. And you are my favorite person. You know, that's what relationships are. It's literally picking someone to be your favorite person. That's it. And it's whether or not you feel chosen back. And if someone doesn't choose you back, then they don't hold you the same way you hold them. And maybe and you can't make them do that. I recently broke up with a boyfriend of 4 years because I didn't feel chosen. I am so happy for you for that. I am so, so happy for you. Good on you, babe. That's incredible. You're so pragmatic about this, especially for someone who's so spiritual, right? Especially for a Pisces. I have a stellium in Capricorn, though, so I need things to be practical and to make sense. My Venus is also in Taurus, so it needs to be like, show me where I love you, where, show me, it's got to be that. On YouTube, yeah, I walk when I'm not number one. Okay. And this is why, like, and that if that's honestly you, at least you fucking know that, right? At least you know that. So, like, that's why Dustin and I never had kids because, like, I told him, I was like, honestly, I'm too selfish. I'm too selfish. I love you too much to put you second to a kid. And I don't want to come second to children, you know? It's honesty. Do you ever read charts by appointment? Yeah, my zodiac reading, if you bring your chart, I can help you break it down and understand it. My zodiac private session, I pull one card per house. So all 12 houses, I pull a card for, and then if you bring your chart, I'll help you break it down. My rising is Sag. So my sun sign is Pisces. I'm very deeply empathic, hypersensitive, moody, depressive, all of that, but also artistic and deep and all of that. My moon sign is Aquarius, which means that hyperfixation all. And when I'm convinced about something and I've wrapped when I've wrapped my head around it, I believe it. And if I believe it, it's happening, it's true, and there's no deviating from that. Aquarius moon. And my rising is Sag. So you get bitchy, passionate, direct, spiritual, but like, you know, I know who I am. You get that, you know. My Jupiter, I don't remember. Hey, what's up, Madam Adam? I have a question. Do you do your own nails? They're always fabulous. And I would swear they're always different. I love seeing you pop up when I'm scrolling. Thank you. Girl, no. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. I am not patient enough or dexterous enough to do this myself. I pay talented people and sit patiently for them to make these amazing things happen. I'm an 88 baby. Is that Jupiter? Is Jupiter like a decade or something of time? Yeah, no, I love getting my nails done. So much great chat happening. 88 is likely Jupiter and Gemini. Okay. So then that would be abundance in like connections and dualities, That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Thank you for the nail love. All right, we've got Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini to get through. So we're about a little over halfway through the zodiac wheel. The reading list is still open. If you want to get a personal read, head to the website madamada.com. Next on my personal list, I've got 3 cards for Danny. Danny wants to be roasted with 3 cards. Fully can do that. Danny got roasted the other day and came back for the barbecue, it seems. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and I'm curious how it is talking to your Venus and Taurus. That's a great question, Devin. I haven't looked at my chart in quite some time, actually. I'm always looking at everybody else's. So I should do that. I should take this full moon energy to like, you know, look at my chart again. All right, Danny. 5 of Wands energy, bitch. Quit comparing. Quit taking advice from people that you don't even fucking like. Um FOMO is not cute at all. You're comparing. That's why you're not moving. That's where the lays is coming from because you're looking at everybody else and you're going, well, why don't I have that? Like, because that's not you. Simple. Why is this here? Page of Swords energy, because you need to change your mindset, your attitude, and the way that you're approaching these things. And then handling this is an Ace of Pentacles, bitch. We just have to begin. We just have to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. Buy the supplies, book the appointment, and understand that this is a pentacle journey. So you have to get your hands dirty, Daniel. You have to get your hands dirty. You have to participate. You have to be willing to do the work. You are only going to become a king of pentacles if you start with the ace. Trying to read all the YouTube comments. This earth sign energy is the practicality. Yes. Full moon rituals. I don't really do much for full moons. I like to take baths and cleanse my stuff, soak up some of that moon energy. But I mostly use it for like reads and reflections. You asked me to roast you, Danny. That means you get the full government. All right. Aquarius. Don't forget, friends, the reading list is still open. MadamadamAdam.com if you want something personal. Cameos are also a great option if you want a reading emailed to you. Cameo is a great option on the website. Cameo gives me 4 days to record a video for you that they email. Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune. Yes, ma'am. And these 2 9s that come right before the 10. The Wheel of Fortune, the reminder that abundance is upon us. It's a great time for us to spin the wheel, take a chance. The wheel is less about winning a lottery and more about buying that lottery ticket. The 9 of Pentacles says it's time to put your fucking money where your mouth is. Dress the part, look the part, act the part, be about your shit, my friend. Even in your alone time, perpetuate the abundance you deserve. 9 of Cups, we might be stubborn somewhere. Maybe you want what you want, but you're not willing to make room for it right now. So 9 of Cups, Aquarius, you can have what you want. You might just loosen your grip on how it needs to happen or whatever. Yes? All right. Next on my reading list, I've got Cassandra K with 3 cards. I'd love some guidance on trying to build a career, struggling with choosing a path forward right now. Both will take time and lots of money. Do I stick with the path I'm in for school for now or take a chance with my own business? This is a very, very common question I get. I get this very often. Thank you for hanging out with us there on YouTube. Have a great night. Thank you. All right, Cassandra, let's talk about it. Okay. Oh, you're gonna hate this. So it's up to whatever you manifest, magician energy. It's up to whatever you manifest, my friend. Don't apologize to be calm. I'm not saying it's you're being common. I'm just saying that you're not alone. You know, you're not the only person that's pursuing an education, and because they were convinced that was the right thing, and now we're second guessing it. I'm saying it's really common. You know, so you're not alone. But um magician energy, you should be in manifestation mode. It's up to whatever you create. Okay. Whatever you believe is best, you take actions on those beliefs and the manifestation follows. It is the lovers, which is ultimately, you're going to hate this, but it is your choice. Ultimately, it's up to what you choose for you, what you think is best for you. The guidance today is intuition, Page of Cups energy. What is more creative for you? What is more, what allows you more emotional joy? You know what I'm saying? What allows you more emotional feel? What feels better for you? Remember, like I always say, intuition creates answers, anxiety creates questions. Okay. What does your intuition tell you? What do you want to manifest? If you had the choice right now, what would you choose? If you could pick one or the other without repercussions, what would you choose? And then doing that is about manifestation. It's about believing it's possible, taking actions on those beliefs, and following through. All right. So we've got Pisces up next. But first, I've got Ryan H on my reading list. 3 cards for you, my friend Ryan. 10 of Pentacles energy, that money's coming around, the abundance, the tangible signs of success are right around the corner, but it is going to come with transformation and change. Death is present, so there is some ending and new beginnings, some shift or shedding of skin or something new in order to bring about the abundance. The Chariot says that you are on the right path, though. You're not a work in progress, you're a success in progress. The trying has been the succeeding. You're already doing that. You're already doing it. The Chariot is also a symbol of movement, right? So on a large scale, it's relocating, vacation, maybe something like that. And then on a smaller scale, it's you know, just like going for a walk or a drive, something to change the scenery and get out of wherever the stress exists. Hi, Jackie. I did get your call. I've just been really busy. I'm gonna text you tomorrow. So yeah, Ryan, there's abundance to be had with transformation, um, and movement. Get the cobwebs off. you know, move the body. All right, next, Pisces, my fellow fishes. Thank you, friends. Thank you for being here. Pisces, Knight of Swords energy. We might feel like we're being attacked right now. We might be taking some things personally. Knight of Swords also is about swiftness, things moving faster than we might anticipate. So don't be afraid to defend yourself. Don't be afraid to speak up. Listen to the things that you say hard and fast. That's the shit that you mean, you know? Justice. Everything is between you and karma right now. Justice comes for everybody. Let her do her job. The only rule for karma is that you don't rush her. You just don't rush her. Let her do her fucking thing. Justice comes for everybody. Don't you worry. But you hold up your end, Pisces, of your karmic bargain. Make sure that you are participating in every way that you can to get the seeking right now. Doing this, King of Pentacles, babe, you're in charge. You do the things. You are successful because you do the work. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the result. It speaks for itself, you know? I like it. I find it very reassuring. Okay. Next on my personal list, I have Eva L. What do I need to work on? A great solid question. Let me know if it's okay to ask things. I don't want to be annoying. I already said multiple times, if you want to get a reading, madamadam.com. Your question is a reading. So if you want me to pull cards for you and answer that question, you have to get a reading. So madamadam.com. If you like to get a read, I'd love to have you. So what do we need to work on? Eva. Seven of Cups, you choosing for yourself and following your heart and what feels right for you. You're good. You're good, love. No worries. I talk fast. You probably missed it. It's okay. um, so yeah, Eva, Seven of Cups. Emotional indecision is a thing to work on. Following through with your own convictions, having the courage and strength to pick what feels right for you without worrying what other people think or say or whatever. Your road to victory is about you following through with your own emotional truths. Aries. Where are the Aries at? Yes. All right, Aries, let's talk. Aries, my friend, you walking your walk, you showing off your abundance, you embracing the abundance that's coming your way, you walking your walk, talking your talk, feeling yourself, all of that creates conflict. You loving on you and buying yourself something pretty because you deserve it makes people feel feelings about themselves. Conflict is unavoidable, and you cannot control the narrative that other people are going to cast you in, Aries. So I suggest some High Priestess time. I suggest some patience and stillness. I suggest that you spend some time letting the water still so that you can see it clearly and what lies at the bottom. If you're not going to let the conflict get to you, you have to let it wash off. All right, we have Taurus and Gemini left, two zodiacs, and the reading list gets shut off in 8 minutes. So if you want to get a reading, madamatom.com. Next on my list, Debbie. For one card, Deb. Debbie, my love, one card for you. Ooh, the devil, my favorite card. Oh my God, I love this card. The devil, my friend. I find the devil vastly reassuring because it means that the only person in your way is you, not other people, not other outside influences. No, no, it's you. And isn't that comforting in some capacity? Isn't it nice to know that you just have to look within? There, it's not you dealing with other people or a social situation or whatever. You have to deal with you. So, Deb, no one put you there but you. You're in your own way. And the devil also suggests that you have free will, my friend. And if you're not choosing, you're not acting on your free will and you're not at liberty to complain if you're not going to choose. Okay. So think about that. Think about how you can get out of your own way and act upon your own free will here. Yeah, I love it. All right, Taurus. Taurus energy in the house. And then Gemini, and then we're done. So you've got 6 minutes if you want to get a reading. Madamatom.com. Jump on it while you can. It is a great card, isn't it? That's why I have Baphomet tattooed on my hand because the devil card. Taurus, Six of Swords energy. We're on an emotional journey, but we need to think about logically what we carry with us. The future only holds what you carry. So you got to think about your mindset, your attitude, the words you're using, all of that, and how that turns into the day to day. So we need to make sure that you take some stock in where you're at as you go. Four of Wands energy, Taurus. We need to focus on the home. Make sure that the altar is clean, that the home is clean, that the energy is right, and celebrate as well. Make sure that we have this feeling of safety, security, etc. But it needs to come from a place of like passion and celebration. Every Saturday, my mom, I would wake up in the morning to the sound of a vacuum going, music blaring through the house, and the smell of a sauce on the stove. My mom was doing magic and had no idea that she was cleansing the space and the energy in the space to reflect where she's at, and where she wants us to be. So the whole everything starts at home. Any work-life balance, any changes you want to make, Taurus, they start at home. Think about what you carry with you day to day and let karma do her job. Did you recently get that tattoo? No. I've had this for a few years now. VCR quality. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. What age did you realize you had abilities? Like 14 or so? Where shit was just too common to be coincidence? What does that say? I'm going to Pensacola for a job interview Wednesday, and I can't wait for Gemini's reading to guide the outcome. Yes, that's going to be next. Stick around. Good luck to you as well. And remember, like, a little humanization of you, you know, be human, be a person as well. Don't be a robot, be a person. All right. So we've got another personal read. Cullen, 3 cards. If you would like to get a read, this is last call. Last call, madamadam.com. If you want to get something personal, we've got this one, Gemini, and that's it. So get it while you can. My next live will be Wednesday night, I believe. All right, Cullen, feeling some past ghosts lately, and just the universe is moving along its own way. See anything in the cards from this? Thank you as always, Madam Adam. Peace and love. Absolutely. Devil, seeing some previous ghosts. The universe is moving along in its own way. The devil is present to make sure that you don't make the same old mistakes again. The threat is you cycling back into old shit that is more painful than helpful. So the devil says practice your free will and make sure that you're out of your own way and that you're not giving in to old bullshit here. 3 of Cups, there are things to celebrate. Confide in your small circle, coven, camaraderie. Make sure you celebrate the little things along the way and walk your walk. 9 of Pentacles. Put your money where your mouth is. Dress the part, look the part, act the part, be about your shit. Um, no one's gonna care about it the way that you do. So celebrate it along the way and make sure that you're not giving in to old things and surrendering your agency to other people. Hey, get out. No, get down. Get down. All right. Next, we have Geminis, our last zodiac of the night. So I'm going to turn off the reading list right now. All right. No more new reads, except stragglers that are already at checkout right now. But we're going to do the Gemini reading and see. Yeah, that was Ramen. He has been peeing on the couch lately. So anytime he's on it, I don't trust him because he's sniffing around like he's going to again. All right, Gemini. Geminis, we need to have strength, my friends. We need to have strength. The presence of strength does suggest challenge, fuckery, hardship. It's not going to be simple. We need to be strong to make this happen. But there is also a strength in knowing your limits, knowing when something isn't right for you, saying no, having boundaries. All of that requires strength as well. King of Swords energy, we want you to use your head, Gemini. We want you to act like you're a learned person. Like you're not like, I'm constantly learning about me. Like you should know a bit about you enough now to make logical, practical decisions. Focus on what's true. And going forward, everything in moderation. Slow and steady. Take your time. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Yes? So, strength, my friends, Geminis, challenges unfold before you. Persevere, but know your limits. Be wise and honest. Focus on facts, not feeling, and move moderately. Move with patience and slow. Yes? I like it. What do you think? Excellent. Very good. Thank you guys so much. Again, I'm terribly sorry about the quality of the video, especially on YouTube. But make sure you pay attention to my Instagram story. I'm going to be posting more about the live schedule. I think for the month of July, I'm going to try to be more deliberate about one or two platforms only, maybe just one platform per live to direct traffic for best quality video. So, thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure as always. My next live is Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you check out the website for cameos, private sessions, the live schedule, in-person events I'm going to be at. I have openings this weekend for private sessions. And if you don't know, there is merch. People are like, oh my God, I love that. Belief plus action is manifestation. B plus A equals M. You should put that on a t shirt. Guess what? It is. It's on the website and it's really fucking cool looking. So make sure you guys check that out. The website is everything that you need. MadamadamAdam.com, my friends. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for flying Star Tours. Have a great night. I'll see you Wednesday. How do I end this? There we go. Thank you, TikTok. Perfect. Bye, guys.